I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome back to another iteration of the My Hero Academia Manga Chapter Reads. We are here with 365 days. I'm sorry. It's sitting right
One
there.
year
I had to say
chapter.
something. My Hero Academia, if you can read a chapter every day for 1 year and you catch up.
That is true. You can now officially read one chapter every day, and it'll actually be a year, and you'll finally be at chapter 365.
Yeah, you can also just be like Gabe and just read all of it in like one sitting, at least a week, and just be crazy like that. But you know.
That is some hardcore burnout.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna like you've taken everything, but a lot of it just kind of like goes out the other ear. When
I was gonna say he really charged through that Naruto.
I
He
wonder.
charged all the way through the Naruto manga simply because they said they thought he couldn't do it, and he did it.
I mean, I guess I could do that with One Piece, not for a week, just but like daily.
If you do that with One Piece, you're in for a huge burnout.
Well, actually, even then, like doing like One Piece like a chapter daily is that's still quite a long time.
That's more than 3
a
years.
little over 3 years. Jeez.
Might want to make it 100 per week.
All right, guys. I caught up to the latest chapter. At that time, I got engaged. Got a house. Got a dog.
Finally got that dog.
Of course, naturally.
His name is Zoro.
His name is Zoro. Oh my god! If I get so influenced by One Piece. Oh, sorry. Okay, so obviously we got Mark here, and Mark, there's something that we always do before every new chapter. And what would that be?
Recap episode.
The recap episode. 364. So it started off talking about, you know, just the development of like Ares quirk within All for One, how he's able to use it right now. And the Mad Doctor did it. I mean, he outdone himself with that one. And now All for One is just like out there just bare naked. It's like, I live. Finally, I can show you my... So anyway, I'm going to go down here and take some clothes because I need that. I'll also take this quirk
Good
too.
grief, he's naked.
Good grief, he's naked. No shirt, no shoes, no service. That really sucks for her, though.
Yeah, he straight up just took her quirk, said, okay.
Yeah, you'll even see, like... Yeah, some other folks in the background couldn't even respond to how fast he's going. But obviously Hawks is, like, the nearest fastest thing there. So he was able to save the woman before like All for One could do any other damage aside from taking the quirk away. But it's here that All for One has admitted to the fact that like once he's done this, he can't turn back on this. Like he's dead. He's dead set. But he's gonna leave everything to the Shigaraki body. So that's it. That's it on his part. But for now, he's gonna try his best to thwart what they have in store for All for Shiggy. He's planning to leave the area. What's interesting is that they decided to cut over to actually the United States, Washington DC, specifically the White House, because right now Timothy Agpar is held accountable for pretty much not being able to take out Oliver Shiggy, and now they're kind of in this spot of like, what do we do about like the big bad? We can't just like fight him like head on. We're gonna have to just kind of appease him, see what he wants.
And he just said, if
anyway.
you even give him an inch, he will take all of the miles.
Mm-hmm. It's here that Tim's like, no, this is not what like we should be doing. Like we have a whole generation of folks who've like passed on the torch, and they use like the imagery of All Might and like Star. It's pretty poetic, and it cuts over to that speech to Edshot walking towards the lifeless Bakugo and Genus, and shows that Edshot's actually going to do something pretty crazy, and that's to make a heart for Bakugo to replace the one that just got busted open by Alfred Shiggy. It's there that we see just a little bit of his past in relationship with Genus, and we were pretty much speculating that this is probably the part where we will see a little bit more about Edgeshot, because otherwise we don't really know too much about him. But yeah, he's planning to do the crazy the craziest thing like in his repertoire, and that's to literally become a boy's heart. So, and that's where they left it.
It'll make more sense what he's doing when you see.
Okay. So, here we are, chapter 365. One whole one chapter if you read daily and you're here. So, they talk about it's literally the first like page. Edshot's quirk. So, this is just like a bit of narration about it. Here we go. So, Edshot's quirk. Hold the body. It allows him to stretch out his body and making it thin and spindly. After years devoted to training his quirk, he can now make his body even thinner and tight and squeeze into tight enough. Oh, sorry, God, we're beginning the read, so I'll get straight to it. Even thinner and squeeze it tight enough to stop gushing blood. That's crazy. As thin as a spider's thread.
That is extremely thin.
That's very thin. That's very thin.
That is extremely thin.
God, how do you not lose yourself in all that? But yeah, here we go. Wash was good enough to give me one of his bubbles, and with this, I can sterilize my own body. Jesus, dude.
They sterilize, because like much like you would for any medical tool.
Yeah. Shouts to Wash. Top hero. Absolutely. But yeah, he pretty much sterilizes like his own thread of himself as he performs the operation. Oh. Here we go. Let me see. What did I leave off at? Oh yeah. I shall sterilize my own body before infiltrating the boy's innards. As we get a shot of like inside Bakugo, and you see Edshot. You can kind of see remnants of him too.
In the head of the thread.
Mm-hmm. He can stretch out. He can stretch his body out as thin as a surgical suture. I actually don't know that word actually. However, this, by the way, they want to just let you know it's chapter 365, titled number 4 and number 5.
Genus and Edgeshot, I think.
I'm sorry, what was that about Edgeshot?
Oh no, wait. Isn't Genus number 3?
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, number 4 and number 5 probably is like the heroes.
Isn't it?
Good
I think
question.
Genus is 3, and then I think 4 and 5.
Endeavor's 1, Hawks is 2, Genus is 3.
I think 4 and 5 goes to Edgeshot and Muriko.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Genus did his best to suture this, but he could not stop the bleeding or repair all of the internal damage. Not even Genus, dude. And he knows illegal denim. His lungs are also injured. That sucks. This body of mine can mend each organ inside and out while aiding cardiopulmonary functions. Jesus. I mean,
it's not exactly the backstory we're looking for, but at least it's more of an explanation of how his quirk is working and why this why it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's nuts. He's really performing surgery, and like each time he's doing that, he's actually using like bits of his own body, so he's not going to undo that.
Yep, he can't exactly bring it all back like this. This is his final act as a hero.
Mm-hmm. I shall revive his heart and lungs from the inside. As we see a little bit of blood just splurt out of like Bakugo's like mouth. He's like, keep fighting, Genus, Muriko. The villain's wounds show that your efforts are not in vain. Win the day. Regain consciousness. Come back to life. Remaining in this extreme state slowly will surely eat away at Edgeshot's life.
Slowly but surely eats away
Ooh,
at Edgeshot's life. Oh no.
God. Okay. Sorry, Mark, you gotta take this one.
You want me to take this one?
Yes.
We see Genus still standing over, or still kneeling over Bakugo, and we see Shiggy's gonna start talking. That one, I already destroyed that one. As he's smiling, looking over at them,
Oh.
he's having all these flashbacks. He's having all these different flashbacks. You just see some random people. You see Gran Torino. You see
Oh.
Eraser. You see All Might. You see from Class 1A. You see Bakugo, Izuku. Is that 9?
Yes, that is 9. Heyo.
Canon confirmed.
Still canon. Still canon. He's only shown up like I think twice in the manga.
Yeah, that's like straight up from the movie.
Probably.
And then we see, and then but Shiraki's saying in these flashbacks, he's like, "Why not destroy everything?" I. We see him. We see his face in a flashback, looking really rough.
He's
Gotta
always rough.
destroy. Must stop the itch already. And then we see the veins popping up as he just launches himself over at with his wave of fingers. He's just flying at them. Destroyed that one.
Watch out, he's gonna
As we
swipe
see him,
right.
and we see him flying at best. Genius is getting ready to fight,
Oh my
and
God.
you just see Murako come out of. She just bursts out of there. You see fingers got severed. You see she just kicked this man square in the face.
Ugh. You can
Just
feel it too. Let's go, Marco. Let's go.
and then she's looking very intense. Murako was able to do that, but as you can see, one of the fingers bit her on the arm.
Ew, that one finger has a
We
mouth. Gross.
yep, we see Shigaraki. You're that eager to get crunched. And then Miracle, looking intense as fuck, says, "What'd you say?"
Oh no.
And she just said she doesn't give a fuck about her other arm, and she just did a spin kick.
Oh my God. She's that
Get the
girl.
job
She's
done.
that girl.
She will get the job done. Jesus Christ.
It's so it's so metal.
She's like a wild beast. You want to take this?
I'll take it. Yeah, we have old Shiggy. He's kind of like stunned a little bit. He's like, what the?
He's wobbling.
Did I just stagger a little with this body? That's not possible. I haven't felt real damage. No, wait. Gina's like, Murgo! Murgo's like, what? Oh yeah, that's right. It's the threads here.
He used the
Gina's
threads
helping her out.
to act
she's,
as, like, to tie off her wounds.
yeah. She's like, what gives, huh? You're so gentle, Mr. Demon Lord, and just the panel shows everything. She literally does not have. She lost her only living arm at that point, so like,
She just got her one leg.
It really, yeah, just the one leg, and she just like presses forward with that. It's
Dude, she's
crazy.
like a wild beast.
Like it really is kind of like a mid like bunny run or a rabbit run. But imagine it, but with like no other limbs except for one leg. It's crazy. And, pupils, like mouth's gaping open, like she's gonna like bite the hell out of him.
It's like a wild boar charging towards somebody.
Remember, if anyone gets the reference, when in Naruto, further out, when it's Shikamaru versus Hidan, and he's about to like close off this barrier that he's created for Hidan since he's immortal. And Hidan's like, I'm gonna crawl out here, I'm gonna bite the hell out of your face. This is pretty much what Mirko's doing right now. some wild stuff. Okay, so we got another page here. Sure, I was like, the last hit I took, as it immediately shows Mirio like phasing in. Looks like he's struggling just a little bit, but we got this big shot panel of I'm sorry, all for Shiggy. He's doing a big swing, and Mario is like kind of in the mid of the phase, but he's all for Shiggy's definitely targeting Miracle, or sorry, not Miracle, Mario at this point.
Yeah, he covered Shiggy's eyes.
Mm-hmm. And again, here's Mariko. She's going absolutely rabid right now. She's like, "Eyes on me, chump." And
Dude,
Mario's like,
she
"Ugh."
is legit a wild beast.
And she's like, "I'll die when it's my time to go." And I guess this is Alfreshig still continuing like his like monologue inside. He was like, "Yeah, that last hit I took, that did sting a little."
It's when Bakugo hit him.
That's true. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that moment where like he does like an instant flash and like we were all stunned by that.
And we're like, oh.
But yeah, on the next page, he's like, "Have I taken on too much damage? No, none of it's been that bad. In which case, impossible. When I panicked back there, was I actually feeling threatened? Me? Menaced by some background extra?" Still referring to Mago as an extra.
So foul.
Okay, we got some pupils back in Mirko. She's like, "He told me to win here, so I'll make good on that."
That's true. Headshot said, "Don't lose."
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, "Mirko, do not go quietly," he said. Okay. Well, these are just imagery, so I'll just go ahead and read this one too. "I ain't about to check out from the game of life with regrets left on the table," she says as she like rushes him with her all but one leg.
Luna Rush.
My God, dude, this is also like this is a big panel, like slash like page and a half.
And yeah, the attack is called Luna Rush.
Just doing that with one leg. Well, also maybe the prosthetic as well too. But yeah, all you need to know, anyone's trying to like try to picture this, is just that she's bum rushing them.
There's 2 pages left, so you might as well finish it off.
Okay, got you. It looks like he's got the wind knocked out of him. As we get some different like panel shots of
His
Mirko.
lips look so dry. Dude, don't do his lips not look very, very dry?
Lips dry, everything clammy, his feet dirty as all hell. Yeah, we got shots of Mirko, Mirio, Amjiki's still there. Otto's she's kind of hanging on, and Gina's looks so tired. He's physically
like,
and emotionally
this is a rough
spent.
day. This is a rough day.
Even though I already destroyed them. And this is all from the Shigaraki, which is interesting, and I'll talk about that at the end of this. Even though I already destroyed them, and it shows like cutscenes of like the folks from the past. I wasn't broken back then, but it's not like anybody reached out a helping hand to me. Uh-oh. As he grows again, the gross hands.
Yeah. That's a nose and a that looks like a nose.
I do see the mouth as usual, but yeah, there's a nose. Little quick flashback of what he said earlier. "The more my body adapts to the legion of stockpiled quirks within, along with the various environmental factors, my body is searching, groping around for in its ideal form." Get one last like couple lines here from him. "It's not like anybody would even look at me." As the fingers are now starting to form actual like individual people. So
If And if you look, those are all of his family members.
That's gonna ooh, interesting.
That's his father, his mother, his grandparents, his sister.
It's kind of twisted, but part of me kind of digs it as far as like another like kind of like stage of this boss fight, if you will. What's interesting about this chapter is the fact that now Oliver Shiggy now has gotten slightly knocked off of his high horse. It's now starting to struggle just a little bit and is now looking at like these like heroes slightly differently. It starts from like Bakugo's like nearly unrelenting like approach towards them despite like how he is now. Mirko like not giving up. Murio's constantly a nuisance to him.
I know Mirio is making sure at least to like get in his way.
Mm-hmm. But the fact is, like, he's seeing this struggle to preserve Bakugo as like an insult to like how his upbringing has been. So it's now personal for him. So
Yeah, because he's like, oh, why is everyone helping him? No one ever helped me.
this is true. Especially since he disregarded him. Like he wasn't even like it's funny because like the last thing we see is like a twinkle in Bakugo's eyes. I was gonna say not even a twinkle in his eyes. All of a sudden has so much of a presence towards everybody, has such influence, and he's like, "What the hell is all this about?" So now
He
he
said,
thinks,
what the fuck? Why didn't anyone do this for
"Yeah,
me?
what the fuck?" If it plays out like this, that means his family members are going to be there to kind of fill in that like emptiness, like in him, in the sense that no one's helped him before. Now he's going to have like these
He
minions
said
in the form of his own family and friends to
he said his body was looking for its ideal form.
This is true. So his ideal form is
Maybe his
also going,
ideal form is him and his family.
which is sad. It's also gonna be a problem. I don't know if they had some form of memories, uh, kind of simple. Well, actually, I guess it also depends because, um, they're not. I don't think they're at the core of everything, right? Like, there's no part of them that's in the quirk anymore, right? So this is just based off of what Shigaraki thinks and projects them as. So
Unless of course unless of course his quirk leads his body to keep evolving into a state that I guess it would be. Hmm, I have
like
one very far two theories. One makes more sense. The other one's very far reaching.
I feel like All For One would be that guy and like actually infuse them into like a quirk somewhere because there's the whole hand thing from the beginning, right?
Which he says are their hands. We don't even know they're their actual hands.
Mm-hmm. I remember there was a bit of symbolism in the One for All space as well.
I think that first theory,
Mm.
it's what you said. They could develop memories based on his own memories, so it could be like a symbiotic memories of that. Big, oh, that's a reach one.
Mm.
If his body has evolved to where it could have possibly, when he grabs their faces to decay them,
Mm.
right before they decay, perhaps you just get a glimpse into their memories.
I mean, maybe.
It's
On
like if his butt. It's if like that's a very far-reaching thing to somehow, you know.
yeah, I kind of have like a far reach of my own. Like, obviously, he doesn't have many memories of her, but what if he was able to will Nana into existence? Just
I
somehow,
mean,
just
the most memory he's got of her, the most memory that he has of her is a picture.
yeah, like yeah, that's too far of a stretch for me personally. So I that's just something in the back of my head though.
Everything that's going on with his body right now is that quirk singularity theory.
Him making other folks. That's it's gonna be interesting. They can definitely keep it light though, and just make them just molded puppets, or they can really get a little extreme by making them like intelligent because the quirk evolves. So as long as they're like
Yeah, I
connected
don't
to
know which one we're
Shigaraki,
gonna get.
it's gonna take all the one for alls.
It's there's a theory that somebody had, and I was like, that'd be cool, but I don't know what the chances are of that happening.
Mm,
Is basically like if what Bakugo did before he got his heart like punctured and destroyed.
mm,
Like if what we saw there, well, we know it was just cluster bomb. but if it was like a reference to the movie, like when he actually was able to use all for one or one for all. What if they were saying, what if Izuku was able to give everybody in class 1A pieces of one for all, like he did with Bakugo, and they all just use it at the end?
We literally talked about that for the movie. Oh my god, that was so
But like,
funny.
but like, no, say like literally everyone use it to beat Shigaraki, so they're actually class 1A, one for all.
No, that was a one hell of a discussion. Like outside after watching that movie,
Well, just like,
I
oh yeah, because we were talking about that. I remember because I
yeah,
talked to you guys immediately after, and we were all just like,
right.
imagine what every member would be like with that.
Everyone just Deku just like plays hot potato with everyone, but it's like one for all, and so they're all. The best part, they just cycle within each other, so it just keeps building and building, and they have each other's quirks.
Imagine, like, we were just like, imagine what each member would be like with their quirk, like supercharged.
It's literally that scene in Jujutsu Kaisen where like the dude gets beat up, like he got like 1v2'd, and you just hear the audio in
Totoro,
the back like fight back.
dude, Todoroki with one for all. Jesus Christ!
We'll go ahead and we'll
What?
call it. Essentially, the
Gang
TLDR is
Orca.
that like Deku, all Deku needs to do is just play, forget about the ethics, forget about like the consequences, just hot potato pass one for all to everyone.
Gang Orca.
Gang Orca is more evil looking, but still good.
He's just a whale.
He is just a life size, like, well, not life size. He's a whale size orca.
He he is now just absolutely covered in whale skin.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine, like, do you think his entire body is whale skin, or do you think just the hands and the head?
I think everything is actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah, mainly because like you see the head, you see the arm, you see the hands, really. Um,
Because we've never
so
seen
he
it.
might
Because he
have a
always wears a
humanoid
suit.
look to him, but the skin's probably like very similar.
Yeah, so it's like probably like the killer whale, like black and white, but a humanoid body.
Like imagine what Squidward imagined about Squilliam with nothing but his underwear, and that's Gang Orca.
Oh no, he's home.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. All right, we'll call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And unfortunately, I saw it ahead of time, but we won't be able to jump back into another manga stream until like 2 weeks later. So it's tragic, but that means something's being like prepped up. Either that, or they just need the break. They need the break, but not too
He
long of
deserves
a
a
break.
break, and
Otherwise,
he needs to
otherwise it'll hurt their ranking in the show and jump.
or
So
coach, he just needs his rest.
yeah. All right. So we'll call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see everybody in the next one. Hashtag bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.